Thanks. What's up with this shit?
Rainy.
Nah, no, it's crazy. Like bananas, all this rain. I mean, I thought we were like in a desert, you know?
Hey, what is up? So for this video, I want to discuss the meeting that took place between Kim Wexler and Jesse Pinkman in the previous episode of Season 6 of Better Call Saul entitled Waterworks. So anyway, getting right into this one, the precursor for this meeting between these two characters was displayed to us in the cold opening scene of this episode when we see Saul Goodman looking over his divorce papers for the dissolution of his marriage to Kim Wexler. This scene is then picked up later in this episode when Kim Wexler shows up at Saul Goodman's office to sign these papers. And of course, without wanting to get bogged down in every single very interesting detail that occurs in this scene, including the fact that Kim Wexler did not take her share of the Sandpiper Crossing settlement.
I gotta tell you, I think you're gonna regret not taking your share of the Sandpiper money. And that by a shitload of swampland.
Which clearly was displayed to us in this episode to juxtapose Kim's feelings following everything that happened with Howard Hamlin and Lalo Salamanca to that of Saul Goodman, being the type of character who we first saw in the plot of Breaking Bad to absolutely accept this money, despite all of the terrible things that they did to earn it, on top of Saul Goodman's extremely dismissive attitude towards Kim Wexler.
I will, file these tomorrow.
Well, have a nice life, Kim.
Who, of course, while we don't know what is going on through each of these characters' heads, is quite the stark contrast from the man who said these things to Kim Wexler a few episodes prior in the episode entitled Fun and Games.
Tell me what I need to do to change, okay? Just tell me what it is and I'll do it.
Jimmy.
No, Kim, you make me happy. We make each other happy. How can that be bad? Hey, I love you.
And of course, as another very necessary side note to address on here, prior to Kim's meeting with Jesse Pinkman following her exiting Saul Goodman's office, we of course then see none other than the Breaking Bad character Emilio Koyama appear in this scene as well.
Hey, sweet cheeks, who do we got next? Let's make some money.
Emilio Koyama?
Where's your paperwork?
I don't do no paperwork.
He doesn't do paperwork.
Who cares? Come on.
Which of course is a direct callback to Season 2 of Breaking Bad in the episode entitled Better Call Saul, where Jesse Pinkman states that Saul Goodman represented Emilio 2 times.
This is the guy I'd hire.
Oh, it's the guy you'd hire.
Look, you remember Emilio? Okay, this dude got Emilio off like twice. Okay, both times they had him dead to rights, yo, and then poof. Dude's like Houdini. Seriously, when the going gets tough, you don't want a criminal lawyer, right? You want a criminal lawyer. Know what I'm saying?
With the second time likely being when he was arrested in the pilot episode of Season 1 of Breaking Bad.
You know what, next time you talk to Emilio, you tell him for me, all right?
Why don't you tell him yourself? Made bail this morning.
Go ahead, pendejo.
And now, thanks to this backstory of Better Call Saul being displayed to us, we now know the genesis by which Emilio was represented by Saul Goodman, thus tying a very nice bow on Jesse Pinkman's dialogue from Season 2 of Breaking Bad. And of course, with all of that backstory being set up, Following Kim exiting Saul Goodman's office, we then see this meeting between these two characters occur right outside Saul Goodman's office. And so this brushed by cameo appearance, if you will, by Jesse Pinkman here in this scene was an extremely interesting part of this storyline, which now confirms to us that Kim Wexler crossed paths with Jesse Pinkman in the plot of Better Call Saul. And of course, while this scene mostly encompasses small talk between Jesse and Kim, another callback to the plot of Breaking Bad occurred during this conversation when Jesse Pinkman confirms to us that Kim represented his friend Combo Christian Ortega.
You're a lawyer, right? I recognize you. You defended my buddy Combo. Christian Ortega, Juvie Cord, Soul Baby Jesus. I mean, not like a real baby, just one of those sayings outside of the church.
Nativity scene.
Yeah.
Knights of Columbus.
I mean, what the hell did he even want that thing for?
Which, of course, is a direct callback to Season 2 of Breaking Bad in the episode entitled ABQ, when Hank Schrader is discussing the death of Combo.
Here's what we know. Christian Ortega, a.k.a. Combo, shot dead by an unknown assailant last month. Combo, I hear you say? Why, I'm unfamiliar with that name. Was he a Nobel laureate, perchance? No, he was a dipshit wannabe banger. Now, no arrests, save for stealing a baby Jesus from Knights of Columbus manger back when he was 17. This dude was so low rep, he never showed up on our radar.
So yeah, in addition to this Easter egg to the plot of Breaking Bad, we of course also see Jesse discussing with Kim Wexler how good of an attorney Saul Goodman is, due to the fact that his friend, and more accurately, but he does not display to Kim Wexler, his meth cook partner, Emilio Koyama, is facing some real time. Of course, being very perplexed by the fact that Emilio would want to be represented by this extremely flamboyant late-night television lawyer because he likes his commercials. Of course, asking Kim and asking for some reassurance regarding whether or not Saul is the real deal. Of course, following some introspection here by Kim, she states to Jesse Pinkman before running to her car in the rain, "When I knew him, he was."
This guy, any good?
When I knew him, he was.
And again, while there's so much complexity and nuance in this scene, which of course is left up to the interpretation of the audience because we cannot know for certain what the characters are thinking in their heads, it was just really cool to see this quasi brush by cameo appearance where these two characters just happen to be at the right place at the right time, and thus their paths cross for all fans of Better Call Saul to see on screen in the plot of this episode. That being said, from a filmmaking point of view, as I stated in respect to the scene of Walt and Jesse that occurred in Season 6 of Better Call Saul in the episode entitled Breaking Bad, I really enjoyed how the creators decided to film this scene in order to diminish and lessen the impact of the fact that Aaron Paul, the actor who portrays Jesse Pinkman, is about 20 years older than his character is at this point in the timeline of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. So the decision to have both of these scenes at night was definitely likely done intentionally in order to minimize the impact of this on screen. So yeah, really cool scene here and a lot of very amazing Easter egg callbacks to the plot of Breaking Bad displayed to us here. Of course, based on the information that has been revealed to us regarding the appearance of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman, this is apparently Jesse's final appearance in the plot of Better Call Saul. And when all is said and done, I really enjoyed both of his appearances in respect to adding an extremely subtle and nuanced addition to the backstory of Saul Goodman, as well as the character Kim Wexler in the plot of the series. Additionally, pretty cool to see that this behind-the-scenes fan footage was displaying to us this scene all along, and it's pretty lucky that if this cameraman had just captured a little bit more of this character hidden behind the column, we would have known definitively that this was Jesse Pinkman here in this scene with Kim Wexler, which would have totally given away any surprise in respect to the supporting protagonist of Breaking Bad appearing in the plot of this series. And so yeah, moving forward in the final episode of this series on Monday, again, this scene raises some additional questions to me on top of the fact that we got to see the cameo appearance of Jesse Pinkman, including whether or not Kim Wexler actually filed these divorce papers as she stated she would. Again, this is completely left up to the interpretation of the audience, and whether or not she decided to file these papers likely could impact the storyline of this final episode in respect to the teaser that I discussed in my previous video of Kim taking the oath to become a lawyer. But as a lot of the comments, very rightfully so, pointed out to me in that video, due to her affidavit that she gave in respect to her involvement of the death of Howard Hamlin, I do wonder what the legal ramifications of this will be in respect to Kim ever becoming a lawyer again. So definitely some interesting food for thought here for sure. Additionally, following the appearance of Jesse Pinkman here in this scene, I'm also very excited to see what form Walter White's standalone appearance, as has been reported will occur in this final episode, will be. I've definitely speculated on the fact that it seems very possible to me that a scene dealing with potentially the poisoning of Brock, which is a very open-ended storyline in the plot of Breaking Bad, which I have discussed more in depth in a couple previous live streams, could be displayed to us as part of this running through the raindrops theme that Peter Gould alluded to of the Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul timeline of Gene Takovic being interspersed between one another in these final 3 episodes. So I really can't wait to see what is in store for us in the series finale on Monday. Alright, that is all I really got for you guys on this one. As always, a major thank you to everyone who watches and comments on these videos. I really appreciate it. Additionally, if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel. The support would really mean a lot. And as always, my name is Anton Jackson. Thank you again so much for watching this video.